Welcome to Mike Nerichlo online, sharing my love for people, wine, food, and all things made passionately. Alright, today's show, kind of the final chapter for a couple different things. First of all, it's the last episode you're going to see me rocking my Movember stash. November's just about over. I'm kind of done, ready to be clean shaven there again. Also, this is kind of the wrap-up episode for the short kind of series I've been doing on Chile. We covered Carmenere, we covered Syrah, we covered Sauvignon Blanc, and today we're going to be talking about Chardonnay. And the reason I've been talking about Chile in the last few episodes is because the 2012 Vancouver International Wine Festival is just around the corner. Spring of 2012 is when it happens. We're in the brand new conference center. We're going to have an amazing view of the North Shore and the ocean. Well, we get to sip on some great Chilean wines and learn a lot more about Chile. So make sure you pick up your tickets for that. I believe they're on sale just now, like within this week. They just came on sale. They've got a few early bird packages out there, so try and get your hands on them. What I'll do for you is I'll put a link below this video for the website to get you there so you can have a look, see what there is. There's going to be some awesome events to attend. I'll be there. Hope to see you there. Let's get into the wines today. Chardonnay from Chile. First one I've got for you. Again, we're searching for value, and Chile is rocking value right now. Connoisseur, a giant producer. They've got a pile of different lines out there of wine. This is their 2011 Chardonnay, and this is in their organic label. They always do it in kind of a soft brown label to go with the organic tones. And this is from the San Antonio area of Chile. Now let's try it out and see what's going on. 15 bucks for this bottle. Super curious. Okay, on the nose. It says Chardonnay. It says Chardonnay. You know what this reminds me of, actually? I've picked Chardonnay on a couple occasions with different wineries, even here in the Okanagan. This smells like ripe Chardonnay. This reminds me of the aroma of even just the grapes before they become wine. It reminds me of Chardonnay grapes, which is pretty cool, actually. Kind of makes sense, too. On the nose, it's not necessarily your typical Chardonnay nose. I mean, Chardonnay is probably one of the most well-known grapes on the face of the planet, alongside like Riesling and Pinot Gris or Pinot Grigio, as far as white wines go. But not typical. Your typical Chardonnays you tend to see your California, your American Chardonnays, your Napa Valley Chardonnays, where they're very oaked. They're that style. They're that very creamy, very kind of voluptuous, like wood tasting, apple, pineapple sort of Chardonnays. Or you get more of your French style Chardonnays, which are kind of those Chablis area near Burgundy. You get those kind of mineral, very bright, very kind of tart, food-friendly type Chardonnays. Great with your seafood. This one, on the nose, is coming across quite tropical. Now, Chile tends to be a warmer area of the planet, South America. So on the nose, I definitely get those apple aromas. A lot of apple on this. Hints of a bit of honey. But like a ripe apple, a very ripe apple. An apple that's ready to be turned into cider or something like that. Hints of sort of a papaya. Definitely pineapple juice in there. This is one of those, the nose on this is just a very fruity, fruit-forward style of wine. Something I think a lot of people are going to like. It's going to be very approachable. 15 bucks. See how it tastes. On the palate. Good wine. I'm just going to have to call this good wine. It's smooth, it's tasty, it's got a nice creaminess to it. Good, clean, bright acidity in the back end. It's going to work well with anything. It's a bright wine. You get a lot of that apple meets pineapple play in there. Maybe hints of some tropical flavors, a little bit of that papaya or something in there. But really apple and pineapple, bright, very, very ripe apple pineapple. Nice wine, nice finish acidity. Easy to drink. Doesn't make you think a lot or anything. It's just one of those wines that's great to pick up a glass of and just enjoy. Yeah, I like that. 15 bucks. Organic. Let's call that a good wine. Alright, the second one. So many different words on the label here, but this is the 2010 Di Martino. It's a producer. This is their Legado, or Legado, how you'd say it in Spanish or whatever, Reserva. It's their 2010 Chardonnay from the Limari Valley. Have a look at their label there. This one goes for about 18 bucks. It's got a couple of awards on the label as well. They got the International Wine and Spirit Competition trophy for quality. Yeah, let's try it out. See what we think. Wow, that's an interesting nose. This is one of those wines. Okay, we got two polar opposite styles of Chardonnay here. This is definitely your slightly sweeter, very fruit-forward, fruity style of Chardonnay. This is one of those ones you can tell seems like a cooler climate, more mineral-driven. Lots of depth of character. It's making me think. That's what I'm saying. This wine is making me think. It's got a really interesting nose. Yeah. There's a lot of greenness coming through on this wine. You get kind of a green Granny Smith tart apple. Meats almost like a lime. As well, kind of like a steamed vegetable. Like you're steaming, let's say, green beans or asparagus. Something like that. I like that. It's really interesting. I smell some sort of minerality too. Almost like just something clean sand. Clean ocean sand, something along those lines. Like, this seems like a seafood wine to me. Something that's going to pair extremely well with oysters or something like that. Because I almost get a sense of ocean in this wine. Interesting. Not worth spitting that one. Definitely not worth... Wow. That's an interesting wine. 18 bucks. Again, approachable wine. This one, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy it. It tastes really nice, but it's got a lot more character to offer. It's a lot more thought-provoking. I almost taste the ocean in this wine. It reminds me of oysters, to be honest. Yeah, oysters, green apples, something kind of green and herbaceous or almost vegetal, like I said, green beans or asparagus. It's like biting into... If you took asparagus and squeezed lemon on it, that's what I'm tasting here. And some butter in there. It's got that creamy butteriness to it as well. Definitely very dry, very little sweetness to it. Not so fruity, not tropical like this one. Definitely a cooler climate style of Chardonnay. Great, wicked acidity in here. Really interesting minerality on the palate too. You're tasting like a wet beach sand, like almost like salt water on sand. Super interesting wine. I'm going to enjoy just tasting this one a little bit more off camera. 17, 18 bucks for this. Both good wines, both decent value. Like I said, Chile. Non-stop decent value from Chile. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much for watching today. Please check out the 2012 Vancouver International Wine Festival. Like I said, the link will be below the camera. And don't forget, wine! Depretentious-sized. We'll see you on the next episode.